7 weeks since the last round of the Country Series, and in that time I started a new job, so there's been plenty of long days and barely a single session in the go-kart. The shed unfortunately has become more of a storage yard, as you can see, than a workshop, but this weekend it's the warm-up for my home round at Wimmera. 1 day of practice, club day race the next day, so come along, we're going to test some new camera gear, give the kart a bit of a once-over, and let's see if we can shake off the rust before the big one next week. First things first, we're mounting a third camera to the go-kart. This time, we're facing backwards. I'm now up to 3 cameras on this go-kart, the NASA panel GoPro and the 2 GGIs on the radiator, 1 forwards, 1 backwards. Combine that with the 2 mics that I'm going to be running standalone, that's 5 audio sources to mix together per race, so yeah, good luck me. Of course, we better look over the kart real quick too, so we'll quickly re-oil the air filter, check the spark plug, make sure everything's running nice and cleanly. Give the chain a good clean. I've just gone back to an O-ring chain after trying the golds again and getting like 1 race out of them, so back on the O-rings. Better chuck the snipers on real quick just to check our alignment, make sure everything's as we left it in Warrnambool. We didn't have much in the way of contact other than a bit of rubbing on body panels, so I'm not expecting too much here, but always worth a double check, and yeah, spot on. And of course, got to give it a good clean up. Alright, let's see if it runs. Like an absolute dream. Let's pack it up, head to the track. And here we are, Wimmera Raceway. Unfortunately on the Saturday, because we were running social karting and I'm on the committee running the day, I didn't get a whole lot of sessions in. I think I got 3 in the afternoon thanks to a karting mum coming to help out. So thank you very much for that. But let's jump into the next day, the club day. We ran 3 heats in a final, the first 2 being random grid, and then points for heat 3 and the final. We had some changeable weather all day, so let's jump into that and catch all the action. Bit of a false start here with someone's airbox has fallen off on the outlap, so we're just going to chuck that off to the side of the track. And we finished Heat 1 in P1 in changeable conditions. Pretty happy with that. Obviously, local knowledge in the wet helps me a lot here. So, yeah, let's get on with the next one.
I'll take that. 180 on the dot.
Can you put him back on, see if he's lost 500 grams?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, spot on.
That little dead spot you just heard, that's my engine fouling up pretty bad. You'll notice it in the next couple of corners as well on throttle. Unfortunately, yeah, the plug seems to be fouling up, so I'll just start grabbing the fuel screws and yeah, adjusting, because those cars in front are getting away fast. Thankfully, it seems to have cleaned up now, so yeah, we're at full attack and see if we can catch these guys down by the end. So we're now a few laps from the end. I've managed to close the gap up to P1 and P2, and now it's time to put them under a bit of pressure and see if we can't force our way past. and I'm actually really happy with that one. P1 finish, even after we had a few dramas at the start there with the engine. We managed to claw our way back and make a couple of good passes, and yeah, that's another P1 out of Heat 2 in changeable conditions. Again, showing that a bit of local knowledge in the wet is certainly very handy to have.
Holy.
I
saw you and I heard you.
As soon as you got somewhere through here, I'm like, I gotta move.
Yeah.
I'll just
I went way too defensive into one, it just cut me off.
Did you get your airbox back?
Yeah.
Oh, that was yours that fell off.
I didn't realise when you buy a new motor, that hole's not pre-drilled.
No, you came off on that one.
Yeah, on the formation
Yeah,
line.
it did.
Cool.
Now, Heat 3, as you can see, we all should have been on slicks. One guy took the gamble up the back, but it didn't quite pay off. But yeah, you can see it is definitely time for slicks, and it did not pay off for any of us. In fact, that tyre that you're looking at now, I'm going to overlay it. It's completely cooked, and I think this actually gave a bit of an advantage to the guys running the older LeContes, whereas mine are fairly new. They've gone from looking new at the start of this race to completely bald, as you can see, whereas the guys behind me didn't have that issue. And I asked, we're all on very similar tyre pressures, so I think just that hardened rubber made all the difference. And yeah, it's an interesting one. Oh, and my camera falls off in this one. Sticks to the tether, so not a bad spot for it to fall off, because we get to watch tyres attacks on me, which is yeah, great to watch. It's about here where I realise I'm in big trouble, because I start suffering some chronic understeer into this hairpin, lap after lap. You see us both there chasing that wet spot on the track to try and cool these tyres, because they are absolutely cooking right now. And unfortunately, because our front camera fell off during that heat, I've got no more really to show you. So finished in P3 that one. We'll call it damage limitation, but yeah, those tyres were cooked. And yeah, we've got the final to go, and she's time for slicks. Alright, final race of the day. We're back on slicks. The track's pretty much dry, and we're starting from P1. Let's see how it all shakes out. Immediately under heaps of pressure from Ty. It's quite obvious he's able to get those tyres switched on a lot quicker than I am right now, and the drive he's getting out of that canteen corner is next level. That was a perfect example of it. He's just got an absolutely insane drive off canteen corner, full overlap into the next right-hander, so great overtake. And yeah, that was Ben there getting through on Andrew. A little bit of a nudge, a little bit of a push to pass, but all's fair in racing. That was an uncharacteristic mistake by Ty there, but couldn't take advantage. We just need to keep feeding the pressure on, see if we can force an error again. As we just see Jacko go up the inside of Andrew there, we're going to jump forward a few laps because not much changes for quite a while. Here I am talking about forcing an error on Ty, and here I go and just completely mess up turn 2. And unfortunately for me, from here this gap pretty much stays the same. Actually, by the end I managed to catch up to Ty by within half a tenth of him. If I look back at the times, he said his fastest lap on lap 11 and mine was like the last lap of the race. So these tyres haven't been used for 8 weeks, so they might take a bit to come in. Obviously the kart was the fastest at the end, but yeah, didn't get set up right. All credit to Ty, he's absolutely killed it. Look, there's another mistake I couldn't take advantage of because I was too far away. And look, we'll just do it all over again in a week's time. Same track, same drivers, so I'm looking forward to the challenge. Also just want to say thanks to the rest of the drivers this weekend in our class. Andrew, Jacko, Ben, great racing from everyone. Good to have a chat with afterwards. It was, yeah, let's try it all again next week and see how we get on.
We had to sort last lap too, but
Hey, Ty, I reckon it was last lap. It was on the whole
Yeah, right.
it was there about the race.
Oh, did I hit you at the start?
No, you're good.
Okay. I was like full lock going out the back room. Fuck, I didn't hit him.
Nah.
It was a good move.
Yeah, no, cool. That was all I was thinking about for the next few laps. I hope I didn't fucking hurt your race.
When you went off there. Look at me. I'm like, gosh.
I went in and I'm like, fuck, I wonder how close it is to flat. And I just had a small lift and went back on.
Nah, I wasn't close enough. I went sideways too.
Yeah, right.
Nearly any.
That's funny or something.
Fucking time.
Money.
What'd you fucking have, Phil?
180.0.
I reckon you play with the scales before you jump on, don't you? Just like, always ready.
I wish I used the scales there.
Yeah, well, I keep. Well, that's the thing. I keep smacking you when you keep looking back.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Well, that's it for the weekend. Thanks for following along and watching. Now it's time to clean everything up, dismantle this cart, give it a good scrub, check everything, and put on a fresh motor for the next round. So keep an eye out. See you guys in a week, and yeah, let's see if we can stick it on the podium at my home track. That's the plan.